Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name's Carmen. Today we have a reading for you about somebody that thinks something is over or feels like there's no way to remedy the situation. Basically, this feels a little bit like losing hope. And then with the Wheel of Fortune, there's information or some sort of circumstance that changes, and then all of a sudden, hope is restored, or there is some excitement like, oh, okay, so what you're telling me is that there's a chance. I feel like that's what was that from? Jim Carrey and like the dog van thing. Crap, you guys help me. What movie is that? Dumb and Dumber? I think it's Dumb and Dumber. So this is somebody who is realizing there is still a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance. All right, let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Hello, Mountain Girl. How are you doing? If you're interested in a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. And we're going to start with the situations deck. Let's see what else we can learn about this situation that seems to be changing dramatically. Synchronicities, signs, 1111, 222, 333. And then we have magnetic in the reverse, unexplainable pull. So there's if it's in the reverse, a logical pushing away, or what's that law? For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Is that Newton? Somebody help me out. This is basically saying you should have known that there was going to be some sort of consequence or pushback or something would change. Interesting. Okay. Hello, Mystic Rose. How are you? Hello, Elise. How we doing? Negotiator. Intervention in the reverse. So it's like a one-man show here. One person who is negotiating on behalf of maybe a group of people or defending themselves. It's like, nope, I don't need anybody else's help. I got everything that I need. I'm going to make this change. So I don't know, maybe you feel empowered because you find this information or you are able to prove your point. Something changes because you're able to say, right there. Yeah. You can't lie about it anymore. You can't deny it anymore. I've got proof. I've got receipts. This is someone saying, ta-da, I told you. Love in the reverse, single. This is not a love reading. This is probably about business, or it could be about a family situation like inheritance. It could be about property. But we have somebody who's a free agent, someone who can do whatever it is that they want. So they're not making choices based off of what benefits others. They're doing what they feel like doing. This is the energy oracle. What else do we have? Angel of Balance, number 48. Door to romance. So someone's trying to do something business related. They're not interested. Their motivations are not pertaining to love. They do something to correct a situation and then they find love. So the way I'm seeing it in my mind is somebody who's motivated by like social activism, or somebody who wants to do right by, their hometown, somebody who wants to do good work for the right reason. They end up, because of that mission or because of that determination to do that work, that mission, they end up finding love. They're not looking for it though. They're like, oh, imagine finding you here. That's crazy. Never would have guessed that. Let's see. This is the Hocus Pocus. What else do we have? Tower in the reverse, Two of Lightning or Two of Swords in the reverse. Ten of Pumpkins or Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So there's information that comes in. Somebody is leveraging that in a serious conversation, basically saying, we can avoid a major loss. We can do something if we're decisive, but we don't have a lot of time. This is somebody basically saying you have the ability to avoid a pretty serious problem that I foresee in the future, but you do have to do something like now. Five of Potions or Five of Cups in the reverse. Star in the reverse and the Empress in the reverse. This is because there's someone who has done something, they've hidden it, they have no remorse. They're not planning on changing their behavior anytime soon. This Empress in the reverse is somebody who is seeking to cause somebody some serious issues. So for some of you, this could be an ex. This could also be a family member, but they're moving in the dark. They're moving hoping that nobody would be able to discover them. But their goal is, how can I create some chaos? How can I cause, mayhem? How can I make sure this person is not going to do what they want? So we have some not very good energy towards people. Page of Pumpkins, which is the Page of Pentacles, and the Lovers in the reverse. Someone paid for a particular outcome. Someone paid for a decision to be made a certain way. I was just watching. Okay, so I've decided to watch Perry Mason because I heard people talking about it, and it's on Paramount Plus. So I started watching it. I think I'm like maybe 4 or 5 episodes in. But there's an episode that talks about changing the direction that a company wants to take in terms of how they make their money based on who has ownership of the company. I guess you would probably call that hostile takeover. And this is somebody who is trying to do something. They don't necessarily have a ton of time. And so these are two forces that are opposing. They don't want the same thing, right? And people are not being very honest about whatever it is that they're doing, what actions they're taking, or even what side they're on. That single card, it feels like every man for themselves, right? I'm not going to tell you what's going on. I'm not going to give you any information that could get me in trouble. I'm going to keep everything to myself. This is not a very nice environment. Ace of Candles or Ace of Wands. Ace of Pumpkins and the 3 aces in a row. I need a statistician. What is the likelihood? So there's 4 of them out of 78 cards, and I just pulled 3 at the same time. This is saying Ace of Wands in the reverse, Ace of Pumpkins or Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, Ace of Potions or Ace of Cups in the reverse, that there is this opportunity, but Those that see it as an opportunity for gain are mesmerized or distracted by some sort of illusion. They don't see things as they really are. They're enchanted by something. This is actually not the opportunity that they think it is. They think everything's going to go one way, but it goes a different way. Six of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. So, in other words, it kind of feels like we have people that are choosing sides, right? People who are trying to figure out how to make the most money with regards to this company. Direction is not necessarily agreed upon across all the people that want to make money at this company. As a result, there are arguments, right? Well, we should do what we've always done. No, we should do something different. But despite these public conversations, there's still things that happen that people are not willing to be honest about. This could be about like bribes. This is the Voyage of the Soul. Hello, Sky High. Hello, Carrie. How you doing? Yep. Futuristic, visions, innovative, crafty, plans, and trendsetter. Yeah, so there's somebody here who's advocating for like modernizing or changing, doing something different. And it's like not necessarily getting communicated well, or it's not received well. There's a difference of opinion in terms of what direction this company should go. Celebrate, accomplishment, reunion, invitation, event, and festival. There could be a desire to celebrate something because you want to like give yourself a high five or a pat on the back. This is where I'm getting this Ace of Pumpkins in the reverse, Ace of Potions in the reverse, like this. You want to look at something as a gain, but it's really not a gain. Seed, potential, fertility, idea, budding, future, capable. Both of these cards say future on it. Somebody is not thinking about the future, not nearly as clearly as their counterpart or their like opponent, basically. What's going to work for the long term? What's going to actually be sustainable? What, like they're probably talking more in business terms, like year over year, that kind of thing. Yeah, lessons. Whatever they're celebrating now, they feel like this is so great. This is going to be awesome. They don't realize that there's actually a really challenging period in front of them. Oh, we're really proud of this. Oh, this went really well. Or, oh, we're going to stick to however we've done things in the past. No. If you don't change to deal with the changes currently, then you won't be able to keep up. So they're celebrating something as a gain. This card literally says loss on it when it's actually a loss. Yin, affection, caring, soft, heart, and feminine, and intimacy, partnerships, romance, union, and soulmates. So this is about whether or not somebody is trying to make sure that for the long term, this partnership or this connection is going to actually benefit. The reason I think we have yin is this is somebody who really wants to make sure that we're not just selling, what's that term? Is it selling the boat up the river? The idea that in order to be very aggressive in getting short-term gains, you lose sight of what is important in the long run. If your business depends on a horse, and generally speaking, you know that horse you could get work out of for 7 hours a day, but you really want to make more money. So you start making that horse work 9 or 10 hours a day. You are probably shortening that horse's life, or you're probably going to get less of a long-term investment out of that worker than you thought because you're overworking, right? This is somebody who's trying to advocate for the long-term health of the company. And whoever they're up against, they're like, no, 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 this will work out because we have this partner. I don't think they're right. I've been wrong before. Don't you worry, guys. It's a thing. It happens. This is Cats Rule the Earth. Hello, Anthony. How's your day going? Yeah, that's fair. Knight of Cups. 5 of Wands. King of Cups. Interesting. So this battle, we have a Knight of Cups and a King of Cups. They could be related, right? This could be a company that's owned by dad, and everybody knows that their child is going to inherit that company and run it the way they want to whenever they actually take power, right? Whenever they actually get that CEO spot or whatever. But until then, this King of Cups is like, we're going to run it my way. It does kind of feel like we're pulled in two different directions. This is how we're going to do it because we've always done it this way. And somebody else saying, no, 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 you need to think about the future. That isn't going to work. Maybe it served its purpose for like 50 years or whatever, but no, we have to like make some changes. Maybe it'll save us money, you know, but this King of Cups is like, no, no, no. Always did it this way. That's how we're going to do it. 5 of Pentacles, King of Swords in the reverse, Tower in the reverse. The thing is, this Knight of Cups, whoever they are, I do feel like that's who I'm reading for. You're able to see things more clearly. You're more honest with yourself about the outlook, or you're more conservative. You try to make sure that you're not putting yourself in a situation where there's unnecessary risk. Hello, first time. Hello, hello, yoga. What's going on? Hello, Illuminati. So while people may not believe that you are spot on, they may not feel like you've got your facts right. They may not believe that they need to agree with you. Your advice would help this company avert a problem, avert a loss. But instead, there's a bunch of people that are listening to someone else that's like, it's not going to be a big problem at all. Don't worry. 9 of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Drew. Hello, Kingly Eagle. How we doing? 9 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles in the reverse. We keep seeing this Ace of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune's kind of tied into that, right? Change, opportunity. I feel like this is saying we've got somebody who feels like they know what pays. They know what works. They know how to make money. They feel like they've got the accomplishments to prove it. Look at all of these deals that I made happen. Did I say hello to Brandon? Hello, Brandon. This is like, I'm resting on my laurels. I'm going to say that I know what's going on because I've always known what's going on. And this is how we're going to make money. And the Knight of Cups is like, okay, but I'm warning you now, that's not going to work. Your approach isn't going to actually be as effective as you think. Just saying. And people don't believe you, but that's at their own risk, right? So I was working for an advertising company when McDonald's was getting hit pretty hard for being overly like greasy, and everybody was focusing on being healthier, right? That's when they started to introduce all these salads and things like that. But their market share just like went down, right? They just couldn't figure out, how do we get people to come back to McDonald's when everyone's trying to lose weight? Oh my God, it's our fault, right? And they could not get people to come back. And they were like, okay, what if we do this? What if we do that? And like, it was almost kind of comical for me because I was involved in some of these conversations, hearing what they were trying to get at in terms of their marketing approach. And I was like, man, they just don't know how to like pivot. They don't know how to change. Like, if all you used to be was the cheapest burger that you could get, and then people don't want cheap burgers anymore, you got to figure out something else, right? They were trying to do the salad thing. I don't know. They were not quick to change. This is somebody who's ignoring the fact that like the market is changing, ignoring the fact that maybe there's new technology, or maybe, you know, pricing needs to change, or how you package things. I took a marketing class and I found it so fascinating how they choose things from packaging to, you know, what's the motto or what kind of font do we use. Oh my God, I could talk about fonts all day. I love fonts, you guys. They're so pretty. I just drove past a Ford that was old enough to have Ford on the back of the truck as like the script, you know, like cursive. And I was like, oh, it's so much prettier than that like bold, like Ford, you know? This is interesting because you're going to have evidence that you're right. Whoever's got this futuristic mind who's saying, I think I know what direction we need to go in. I think I know what changes need to be made. People who have previously kind of dismissed you are going to be faced with some cold, hard facts. Maybe there's a competitor that starts doing what you wanted to do. Maybe there's an article that comes out and says, hey, it looks like this is going to be the trend for 2025. Whatever it is, all of a sudden people are like, oh, really? Maybe we can't make money the way we used to. Maybe we can't rely on the old process. Maybe the regulations are changing and now we can't do it like that. Whatever it is, it starts to become clear that you were not lying and your opinion was pretty valid. This is the Tarot of the Nile. How's it going, Jimmy? Hello, Peggy. Hello, Matt. How are we doing? What else do we have? Queen of Wands, Ten of Swords, Emperor in the reverse. They don't want to admit that their policies aren't going to work in a new marketplace. They don't want to admit that what had been working for them for years, decades, whatever, it's not a thing anymore. They don't want to acknowledge that I see you as this Queen of Wands, by the way, whoever you are, the one who is able to see that things are changing and the future calls for a new approach. You are being proven right as time goes by, more and more, right? Like it just keeps stacking up. And it's like the person who doesn't agree with you, the King of Cups, Emperor in the reverse, they keep like doubling down, like, no, it's going to change. That's just a weird anomaly. Don't pay attention to that. I have been right every time. So obviously I'm right again. Why would it change? Oh, awfully sure of ourselves, aren't we? Hanged Man in the reverse, Chariot, and the Three of Wands in the reverse. There is a loss or a sacrifice. This could even be somebody who's like, no, we've been doing it this way for a long time. We'll never get caught. Maybe they were trying to do their taxes in a way to pay less or whatever it is. And the Queen of Wands was like, hey, we need to change this. We should really, pivot, do it this way. Hello, Jenny. How are you doing? And then all of a sudden, Chariot could be cops, by the way. It could be law enforcement. And this is clarifying the Nine of Wands. Yeah. This is, I wish I had listened to the Queen of Wands. I wish I had listened to what they said we should do differently, because now somebody else is first to market. Now there are legal consequences. Now we can't change things, or now we're over invested in a different part of, the business. So this Queen of Wands is growing bolder and saying, you have left us in a weak position. You have chosen poorly. And I feel like this is what the Queen of Wands ends up using to kind of catapult into a stronger position against the Emperor in the reverse. If you had listened to me, things would have gone better. We would be in a position, much more strategic position, because I knew we needed to do that. Somebody else did it, and now they're doing well. Now they're ahead of us. Two of Pentacles. Six of Swords in the reverse. Yeah. This is like saying there's someone who is maybe like a rival or a competitor. They're riding a wave of success right now because they were able to do something that anticipated that change in the future, that change in the market, in a way that that Queen of Wands had done, right? So it's like, oh, okay, I guess we were wrong, because they actually did what I said we should do, and they're sitting pretty now. And you're all wishing that you had actually listened to me. Hello, Rachel. How's it going? I'm doing pretty well. Thank you, Jenny. What else do we have? Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah. They thought they were choosing the right path. They were sure it would be the more financially or like revenue-based decision, right? But it's actually costing them money. It's actually setting them back. This was not a good choice. So we could have fines. We could have a lawsuit. We could have somebody that feels like they've lost to a competitor because they weren't able to change quick enough. This is the Gypsy Oracle. We'll see if that Merchant card comes out, since that talks about business, obviously, buying and selling. First card out. Any guesses? It's the Merchant. And then we've got Foe in the reverse. So everyone got into an argument with this Knight of Cups, Queen of Wands individual. This person who was like, hey, we should probably do this. Hey, we should probably change things. We should prepare ourselves for a shift in the market. And everyone was like, you don't know what you're talking about. That's dumb. And now everyone realizes, ooh, you were probably right. Damn it. They don't like that you're right. Waiting in the reverse. They didn't have to wait very long before your point was proven correct. There's like facts or studies or, dollars that make it clear. We have Reunion in the reverse. There could be somebody who quits the company as a result. This could be the Queen of Wands, actually. Thief. Widower in the reverse. It kind of feels to me like there may have been somebody who left the company and did what this company wasn't going to do elsewhere. It could be the Queen of Wands, but with the Thief, it kind of feels like somebody took your idea and ran with it elsewhere. This could also be about the King of Cups, the person who is in charge of this company, or Emperor in the reverse, stealing, not wanting people to find out about it. Queen of Wands, maybe accusing somebody, hey, these funds are being, mismanaged. We've got Malady in the reverse. But it's like quite obvious now this Queen of Wands was accurate, was right about whatever it was that they were claiming. This is the Kipper. What else do we have? Hello, Voyager. How's your day? What else do we have? Imprisonment. Well, okay. And it's right on the Chariot, which I said could be the cops. Marriage in the reverse. This could talk about a partnership. Remember we had that intimacy card which says partnerships on it? I feel like there might have been some business partnership or an alliance. It's just not going to work out. Like we were going to cross market for each other, or we were trying to make this work, but maybe we need to sell off this part of the company. It does kind of feel like there's two major parts of the company that kind of fight with each other. Maybe there's more than two, but this is just like all of a sudden there's this major loss and it's mismanagement. It could be embezzlement. Concern in the reverse. The Queen of Wands tried to alert people to this issue. Why is this not being, looked at? Why aren't we more profitable here? It does look like somebody was taking home money that was not theirs. It could be literally, like I said, embezzlement. It could also be that we had somebody that was not necessarily spending money the way they should, right? Like maybe it was on travel, things like that. Toil and labor. And we could have people that are sitting around doing nothing, just collecting paychecks. This is What's the News? What else do we have? Penny pinching, financial struggle, saving up, budgeting. This feels like bad budgeting within a company. Bonnie and Clyde, ride or die, us against the world, dedicated partnership. It's that partnership part. Everything was going to be fine because, we were working together. Nope, just kidding. It's not. This partnership is part of the reason there's a problem. Fed up, over it, not having it, frustrated, paranoid, cautious, insecure, guarded. So this partnership is at the root of the problem. There could have been some sort of embezzlement or some sort of taking additional funds that happened across this partnership. And if somebody ended up starting to realize it, it was probably this Queen of Wands saying, I don't know why we work with them. We should do this on our house or in-house. We should not be, paying someone else to do it. They're charging too much or they're taking something from us. Karmics, third parties. It's a third party within this company environment, right? Look, I'm sorry. I was in sales for a long time. And for some of that career, the term third party was like basically a swear word. Like, oh, you worked with a third party. They probably did it all wrong. That's why you're here. You need me to fix it, right? Because they did it wrong. Yeah, I thought so. This is a partner that was once trusted, that is being exposed as having done something that may have been a little bit illegal. Probably was. So we've got turnt, party animal, sex, drugs, and alcohol, and surface pleasures. Oh, that's nice. So going out and partying on the company dollar seems to have been a thing that happened here. Hello, Aqua Beauty. What's going on? All right, let's see. This is the Path of Shadows. Grim Reaper. In the realm of twilight where shadows converge, the Grim Reaper's scythe guides souls to the verge. All right, well, that's a little spooky. Why do we have the Grim Reaper? Well, this Grim Reaper is sitting right on top of the Angel of Balance, implying that things are being made right after they've been uneven, after they've been off kilter, after somebody has been taking something that is not theirs. So this thievery or this unfair percentage or fee, whatever it is, something that is probably illegal, it's ending now. We have avoidance. In the dance of shadows, I conceal and evade. Fear's veil keeps me distant in the dark's cool shade. So the partner thought they could hide that they were stealing. They thought they could make it seem like everything was just fine. But there's some detail, could have been called to attention because of this Queen of Wands, basically saying this partner is doing us dirty, not really working the way they should. Fallen angel, was it even real, the paradise I fell from? Or are they just a nightmare, the realms I now roam? This could be the end of a friendship if you started your own business and you were partnering with somebody else. But I do feel like this is something that ends up with some legal consequences. All right, this is the Signs of the Times. What else do we have? Hello, Deborah. How are you doing? Nice. What else do we have? Divine guidance, stars. And smiley face, joy. So where things may have looked a bit bleak, maybe they looked like things were not going to work out, we have justice coming in. We've got some sort of decision, maybe even somebody that is going to jail, to be honest. And it kind of feels like the Queen of Wands is either going to be able to be making these major decisions within the company where they were originally rejected, or they're going somewhere else where they're going to be given that kind of like status where they're able to make those decisions, right? Hello, Frederick. How it's going? I hope you're having a good day. Aw. All right, let's get a few from the Zodiac fortune telling cards because they like to talk about monies. What else do we have? A great future for you. Don't be disappointed. You will receive an offer regarding money matters. Happiness from an unexpected source. And unexpected will happen, a short trip coming. That's why we have this Wheel of Fortune. There's something that is positive and it's a major change for you. You don't really see it coming. But there are signs, right? Because we had that synchronicities card at the very beginning. Hello, Miss Princess. How are you doing? All right, this is the Gilded Reverie. Any final advice for people? magnifying glass, and the Rider. So with this Bonnie and Clyde card, there being a partnership, and this magnifying glass being a reference to some sort of investigation, this to me feels like information changes everything because somebody ends up getting consequences for whatever they did that went against regulations or wasn't legal, or overstepped, right? For some of you, there's an ending in terms of this person being so influential over this company because they have something external, something outside of the company that they did that was illegal. But I feel like this is something they did within the context of the business for the majority of you. And things are going to end now. They don't have the ability to continue to have this influence over a company they don't seem to understand. They don't understand the changes that are happening and will probably continue to happen. So this Queen of Wands is going to end up with additional power, right? So be careful. Power's, corrupting, and we like you to be a high honor person. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.